If you don't know now, you do know Gunz, the Gunz Show here at Madison Square Garden, the greatest city in the world, the city that never ever sleeps. I've seen this band for quite some time now, and I'm stoked, honored, and privileged to, number one, say they're back, which rules. Number two, they have an album out, which doesn't suck. And number three, they're actually here with us right now. They're called The Darkness. What's up, buddies? How are you guys?
Really good. How are you doing?
Good. How about that for an opening, right?
Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
When you said we're going to kill it, you started off, you came straight out of the gate killing it.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Windmilling.
It's all downhill from here, though, I must say.
Called machetes. Right,
yeah. We've had a lot of laughs already this morning. Things seem to be going great in your life, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, one day at a time and all that. But it's getting through it.
At least we can all say this, though.
Can't do that stuff on camera. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. I'm stoked, though. They're a lot of fun, and there it is.
What's that? Oh, my back. What's this?
Wait, what is that?
Oh, this is a body of work. The forthcoming The Darkness album. It's called Pinewood Smile. It's out on the 6th of October. It's packed with hits. Right.
So many. I mean, we start off with
Sorry. Oh.
Something tells me you've done this before.
No, it's that first one of the day.
No, I mean press in general.
Oh, press.
Maybe once or twice in your career.
Yeah, we've been around. This isn't our first rodeo.
No, absolutely not.
In Western world.
Well, let me say this though. It is awesome to see you guys
it's actually
back.
Our 5th rodeo. So.
Does it ever get old though? For a while it did though, right? Didn't it? For a while it was kind of rough.
For a split second, I'll confess now. Yeah. It hasn't always been. I don't know. It depends. If the music's amazing, then you're quite happy to do all the other stuff that goes with it. Right. And I think if you know in your heart that you don't really feel the material, it can be a bit of a slog.
Now, for a while, The Darkness wasn't around, hiatus, whatever you want to call it. But for the health of the band, I guess that actually was something good, right? Like there was no way it could have continued going at that pace.
Now we're like magnificent stallions.
We are studs, right? All three of us.
Yes, we are.
Studs, stallions, whatever, right?
That's us. Yep.
Magnificent,
just.
Andalusians, is that, of the music world. Yeah.
Just we are
what? The best kind of stud.
Right. Oh, is it? Right. Is that a horse thing? Is it? Yeah, is that the one with the most impressive genitalia?
Right. So, then we're killing it, right?
The ladies, Madison Square Garden.
Ladies, we are killing it in that case, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me about this album. It drops October 6th.
No, you can't see from the waist down.
They can imagine though.
No, it's better that way anyway. Yeah.
That's why I turn off the lights. That's why I turn off the lights in the bedroom.
It's a cool exercise, isn't it? As opposed
to anyone, do you? Yeah.
Tell me about this album. Pretty Girls came out first. It's the first single. Then you've been dropping a couple of them since. Pretty Girls, it's everything The Darkness has people have come to expect. Catchy riffs, catchy hooks. But something tells me the rest of the album you kind of delve more into the music side. Because you guys are talented.
I do think that's true. I think all the Pretty Girls have got the simplest riff. And it has a simple sentiment as well, which is basically saying the more successful you are, the more attractive you are. And obviously that's not Shakespeare, but it's damn close. Right. It's the nearest thing we've got.
And I know that you guys worked on a couple songs together, or at least sing a couple songs, or what's the deal with that?
Yeah, we did. One of them is called Why Don't the Beautiful Cry. It's kind of a more radio friendly, I would say. So we really like it, and the other one's called Stampede of Love, which we also really like.
We really like them ones. Rufus sings like
angelic, like an angel.
Well, he's the main vocal, and I'm sort of doing a harmony over him for most of those two songs. It's like a duet sort of thing. It's a bit like Love Lift Us Up Where We Belong. Okay. And that one with Aaron Neville goes, I don't know much, but I know I know. Well, that's what he sounds like.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's really putting you up there on that pedestal,
Thanks. Yeah.
How great would it be if the radio single, the first one that hits, is you singing? That'd be so...
You know what? I would be a kept man. All I'd have to do is just do the guitar solo.
How great would that be? After
verses and stuff, just pointing at people.
Be so great. What, obviously, press is coming back. You're doing this whole entire thing. Another album, it's all happening again for The Darkness. What's different about it this time than, say, 10, 15, whatever years ago?
Well, Rue's obviously a new member. So, he's injected some youth and vitality, beauty, blondness, vigor. He's also talent as well. And Lots of a few other things as well, which I've written down, but I don't have the
That's in the special edition.
yeah,
Extended version.
I could go into more detail, but he's just brilliant, and he's really involved in the writing process as well. So the material is sort of it fits the band more, if you see what I mean. Like he's pulling the band in a more progressive, and like the arrangements are more detailed. He's a great singer, so it means that live we can do more stuff.
But as far as like not really expectations or anything, but you have to play the game to an extent, like you said, all your radio songs or whatnot. The Darkness kind of did play the game for quite some time. Then you always kind of wanted to do your own thing as well. What's everything going on right now with this album? Do you think? Kind of a balance? Is it a healthy balance? You think?
Game playing, full on. Yeah. It's like just an example. This trip here. I mean, I think the music industry's changed so much that like an in-territory promo-only trip is not something that's a justifiable expense for a UK-based band. So we paid for it out of our own damn pockets to come and see you.
To hang out with me, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's money well spent.
Amen to that. Damn right. All across the globe, that's how we roll.
Yeah, but we want people to know that we're back and we're doing important, challenging music. That's probably the best stuff we've ever done. So, I can say that. Did you see any twitches or any evidence that I was lying?
You're either a professional liar or you actually mean it.
Or I'm heavily sedated.
Either one. Speaking of sedation, everybody can go see you guys starting, tickets go on sale this Friday because The Darkness is heading back out on tour, and tickets go on sale Friday. We urge you all to go pick them up because I was telling you guys, I saw you guys fucking like 14, 15 years ago, and I can curse, by the way. You can curse as well.
Really? I had no idea.
Yeah, curse all you want. Read about the delay button.
All right. Farts.
But yes, exactly. Is that your go-to curse word?
I just couldn't think of anything else in the moment. I mean, I'm sort of in a good place at the moment. I didn't want to poison it with something that wasn't fart-based.
We got people walking. It's all good. Everyone wants to see The Darkness. Can you blame them?
Everyone wants 2 tickets to the Gunz Show.
Oh, we were waiting for that. My man. But tour happens. Like I said, I saw you guys 14, 15 years ago with the Beastie Boys. Wild stuff. Love you guys since then. Saw you guys twice since then as well. It's you got to look forward to being back on stage. I mean, The Darkness lives to be on stage. If you weren't on stage, I don't know what you would be doing right now.
No, I don't know either. I think I'd probably be hanging from. I will find a way to decapitate myself and then stick my head on a spike, because I'd rather do that than not perform.
Right. Now, were you always outgoing though for the younger people out there? Like sometimes before I do an interview, or not an interview, but like have to go out on stage and whatever, introduce a band or whatever.
Thanks. When I do pass, I would like that at my funeral. My head on a spike. Can you arrange that for me?
I can have that arranged. I'd like a Viking death. I'm gonna get pushed out on a Viking longboat into the Norwegian fjords, and some old dude is going to... I'll get someone else to do the spike then.
Yeah. Well, are we going to die at the same time? Is that what we're saying?
Well, if you want to get in on my boat, that's fine.
I'll probably get a deal.
Flaming boat.
I think you guys have thought this out before, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking, like, how about if you're on the boat, sort of drifting out, and then they can fire my flaming corpse out of a cannon onto the boat,
Or just
so
your
that...
flaming head.
That's brilliant. Probably more accurate. In fact, if you have like 4 flaming limbs, a flaming head, and then a flaming torso cut into 2, you've got 6 opportunities to hit the target. Exactly. Because if you miss, then you're just drifting out there, rotting, and there's pigeons and seagulls chewing on your eyes.
Yeah, if you miss that, you're screwed,
Exactly.
right?
And that would be the most...
A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure.
Well, I think what the Vikings used to do, they used to run a little cable out on the front of the boat, and in the event that the archer missed and ran out of arrows, they'd go, all right, and pull it back in again.
Take 2, right? We'll take another shot.
Come at it tomorrow,
How do we transition from that? I'm the professional here, and I don't know how to transition from that. But the visuals that you just brought to us are quite something, though.
Maybe it's a bit like at a Rammstein show, when they have like a fireball that hits the stage. It's on a wire. They cheat it a little bit,
Good.
I just don't want it to go wrong, that's all.
You guys just dropped a new music video for Southern Trains, and it's all Snapchat oriented. Yeah. Is that poking fun of how everyone's obsessed with technology these days?
No, it was just a good way to make a video for £500.
There you go. Yeah. and get a sponsorship from Snapchat.
That's including the phone that we used to film it on.
Love that. Yeah. So, but I mean, the song itself, though, once again, it's rad. You've been able to drop, 3 songs now, and all kind of have their own niche.
In all honesty, I don't think Southern Chains is what we'd call a single release. I mean, that's why it's got...
But you've been able to release it, though.
Yeah, we put it out there because some stuff's happening with Southern Rail in the UK, and we thought we'd capitalise on that, grasp the moment with both hands, and take the opportunity to slag off the rail network, which is failing. You know, and that's the reason why that song exists, is because we had to use that train service while we were writing the album, and it was disastrous.
Not only that, but a lot of people would say society seems to be failing over there and here as well for us.
Society? What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
Are you going political on it?
No news of this whatsoever in the last year.
What? Because
Things seem to be all great. Yeah. I mean, right?
to be honest, I'm really enjoying this trip, and I expected dour faces and everyone going, "Oh God, look at the war that's coming!" And
you see my smiling face.
yeah, you think
I'm all amped up.
Yeah,
It's a beat about music. It's a beat about music and scotch. It's scotch. I love these guys. Like All the Darkness. Obviously, album drops in a little over 2 weeks. What are we doing for the celebration?
We're playing in London. We're doing like an in-store thing. You know, we'll be around and about just doing stuff.
Right.
Doing something on a boat. What's going on?
Is it a Viking boat? Is it the Viking boat?
Edit this on this.
My head is going to be fired out of a cannon. It'll be a flame.
A couple of years back, I was looking this up, that you said you had so many regrets, it's better not to think.
Yeah.
What present day? What do you still think that way
Regrets. No regret, none whatsoever.
No.
I think.
How about me for doing my homework, by the way?
Yeah, well done actually.
Damn right.
To be honest, I remember that interview because it was at the end of a very long promo schedule, and I just sort of told the truth, and there's no place for the truth. Never tell the truth in an interview. That's the golden rule. Right. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that.
So this is all lies. Everything that you've seen.
Yeah. Oh no.
No. This is more. This is more so a conversation than an interview. To be honest.
Yeah,
I'm not really grilling you guys.
Discourse. It's a discourse.
Right. Yeah. And we good? Hey, that's why we can. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, we're good. Anyway, but what have you kind of been able to learn about yourself? Is everything just bullshit, or have you just been able to go through the motions, or what? When it comes to maybe you were saying about no regrets or whatnot, but in the past you did kind of.
I was joking. Yeah, no. There's lots of things I regret, but what I've learned is that those things that I did that I shouldn't have done, and I'm talking about everything in my life from day one. I have a sort of compulsion to do these stupid things, and if I resisted the urge to do those stupid things that I regret, I would have just done them later. So it's important to do things, learn from them, and then regret them. You know, regret's important because I think it shows like a certain intelligence, that you're prepared to be ashamed of the fucking ridiculous career choices and whatnot that you make over the years. It's the only way to move forwards triumphantly. To this point, when now we're 5 albums in, and,
right, we are 5 in,
and this album is utterly sensational.
And I see we also have a backside to the album as well.
Yeah, it does actually. It's got both sides. So here's the front, there's the back. Lovely picture of the band.
2 different pictures.
Inside there is music. On I think this is red vinyl, black vinyl, cassette is available. Which,
The king of self promos, The Darkness.
and it's also available on the internet to download.
The interwebs, which has
CD.
Compact disc.
those things.
Yeah, those. Yeah, they're still around.
Yeah. Laser disc.
That's the best word.
8-track
There you go. Now you're doing it all. But I actually do kind of like how the vinyl, vinyl revival is coming around these days.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. I mean, Rue and I have thought very carefully about the songs that go on the album, and we always try and arrange it as you would a vinyl release. You know, so we think of it as a two-sided body of work, and that's why like the 2 songs that he and I sing together appear at the end of each side.
Oh, on this very album.
Yeah,
This
so
very
like,
one that.
So if you look at this is the duet on side 1 is Why Don't the Beautiful Cry, because as the needle nears the centre of the vinyl, the sonic qualities change, and it's more suitable for things that are sort of ballads and lighter stuff. You'll find that on classic albums, like Aerosmith albums. It's 9 songs of fucking and then a cuddle at the end. But that's not a coincidence. That's because of the manufacturing technique.
There it is. I actually had no clue about that. Yeah. Very rad. Well, listen, to Call the Darkness, appreciate them coming through. And, fans of one of my, you guys remind me of, or I should say, he reminds me of you guys, Foxy Shazam. I always loved having Foxy on the show.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you talk about a live show, he is incredible as a frontman.
I think he's a game.
He's I love him. Out of his mind, but like so much, but still a genuine human being every time I spoke to him. You know?
Yeah. He's a good friend of mine, actually.
Oh, word? Really? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I produced one of their albums, actually. I produced Church of Rock and Roll.
oh, word? All right.
Yeah, and I worked with him on some Meatloaf music as well. We co-wrote some songs for Meatloaf.
So talented. I mean, he did cigarettes on stage. He's out of his mind. He's someone's fun. Yeah, he's wild, too. Yeah.
No, I've never seen him live.
10 cigarettes and he just lights them all and he's just smoking 10 and then he eats them while they're lit.
But I mean,
during the ballad.
but if there's any hope, like bands like Foxy or at least him and you guys, I mean, coming back and going strong, especially the live show. The live show, I'm telling you, I'm urging you all, you need to see The Darkness live. And you can do that starting this Friday with tickets on sale. And it's a perfect way. And
Buy tickets at thedarknesslive.com, I think, unless I'm correctly mistaken.
they're also on Twitter. And you're on Twitter as well.
I am on Twitter, yeah. My handle is Justin Hawkins.
Which is convenient because
And it's also my name.
which is convenient because that's your name. I'm the Gunz Show on Twitter.
Brilliant. So I'll follow you and then we can
Best friends.
each other some pictures of our genitals and so on.
That's usually what happens.
In the private messaging.
Right, the DM thing, yeah. Slide into the DMs, it's called. Slide into.
Going to get your thing locked down.
Do you guys like the 1975?
I was born in 1995. Does that count?
No, but 1975. I mean, they bring some, some recognition to the UK, I guess, a little bit. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
I
Don't really care.
The things I've heard, I've enjoyed. Yeah, but I didn't listen to all of it.
Yeah, I see. Good. There we go. Well, listen, whether you like the 1975, you don't like the 1975, I guarantee you will like The Darkness new album. You can listen to Pretty Girls, you can listen to that, or you can wait till the whole entire thing comes out and know the words.
Which is on the 6th of October.
Which is on the 6th of October. And there we go.
October, that's brilliant. It's not a bad tour title, is it? October.
Like it.
When next time we're touring in October, we'll call it the October.
Like that. And this tour is called the something of the Prawn or something?
Oh, it's the Tour de France.
Tour de France. There we go. There we go. Check them out. The Darkness, a lot of fun. Can't wait to come back. Can't wait to see you guys. They will be here in Brooklyn, but of course they'll be hitting up all over, big venues as well as some in stores, all of that. And thanks for coming on the Gunz Show. Hell yeah, I'm stoked, and I can't wait to party.
Let's go and have a party.
My man.